fed up with chat rooms, forums and grinding. It all turns into fast food and I need a proper diet with all the right nutrients and vitamins. As much as it pains me to say this, as I really hate the stereotype, but all most men want is a quick shag. Most being the operative word, as there are a good few among us who are looking for something more. I'll also be quick to point out that when I say all most men want to do is shag, that incorporates gay, bi and straight. It's a common fact most men are led through the wilderness by their knobs, and consequences are often realised in the wake of the aftermath. Thankfully, those of us still searching for that resonating relationship with the future still exists somewhere. I have managed to convince myself that the only reason we haven't met yet is because we've been waiting for something to draw us closer. Please don't ask me what that something is yet, as I really don't have a clue at this present moment. I've taken myself out on a quest to find guidance. I'm reluctant to say spiritual, simply because I don't really know what that means for me yet. I was told by a great woman, names I won't mention, that to free your mind of any thoughts, any ideas, any feelings, if only for a few minutes, will be the only therapy we need as overthoughtful human beings. It's like defragmenting our computers. We know it's going to get filled up with junk again, but we can clean it once more and start over. From all the books I've read about relationships, maintaining them, working at them, finding one, keeping one, the main point which will always resonate for me is how it will more than likely happen when we aren't thinking about it. So I've adapted that philosophy. Well, at least I think I have. Some of you have your own ideas on how we meet potential partners. We don't all go to parks or notorious cruising grounds to meet a person with the same frontal arrangement as our own. Some of us do only seek a sexual partner and crave for carnal, no-strings, libidinous pleasure, but so do straight people. And is that really such a bad thing, as long as you're careful? A lot of us search a long time to find a partner who meets all of our needs. Yes, we're accused of being perfectionists and narcissistic beings who only care about aesthetics, but I would beg to differ. Everyone has to find some physical attraction initially, but like all of you, there are other aspects that matter. Do we argue more than others just because a lot of people believe us to be drama queens?
I don't have to lie here all night listening to this crap on top of a bouncy cart.
Do we kiss and make up like the rest of you? Of course we do. Those of us in a long-term relationship usually want a family just like you, but unless you're fortunate enough to be a lesbian, it's not quite as easy for the men, so we usually settle for family members of the very kind. Are we multifaceted people? Do we have many sides to our personality, and are we as exuberant and flamboyant as some suggest? Well, of course we are. Who wouldn't want to be? Who wouldn't want to be? We were born to adapt and avoid awkward situations, so if that makes us a little multifaceted, then so be it. Is it true we love to party? Hell yeah, we start the evening with a few vodkas, then head down to the city and visit a banging house club where we proceed to down sambuca shots, followed by a few necessary lines of Charlie to liven up and top the evening off with some pure molly to come down with a euphoric bang. Isn't that normal? Well, maybe in my heyday 15 years ago. I grew up in London in the 90s as a gay man. What else do you expect? So some of you truly believe that we go on too much about homophobia, prejudice and dissension. Another news story coming in over LGBT activists protesting outside some zealot fanatic white supremacist church, causing conflict with those who claim to be full of hate and disgust because God would want them to be. If the tables were turned, you would want to fight for your rights too, surely. It may be an ongoing perpetual conflict, but there are many thousands of openly gay people being imprisoned and murdered because of the way they're wired. So do you really believe we shouldn't be fighting for our rights? Are we overtly kinky and roleplay to keep it fresh? Do we regularly indulge in sadomasochism just because we get bored with conventional sex? Maybe. I'm sure some of us do, but again, I'm sure a lot of you do. Do we feel emotions like the rest of you? Do we ever worry? Yes, of course. We worry about fashion, whether our drug supply is going to get to our house before Pride, whether the price of Botox has gone up, and so on and so forth. Of course we worry.
It was 2 years ago. I took suggestions, but ultimately I had to believe.
Forlorn, a lonely road, but yet not so with my transient lovers in tow. Maybe I was meant to be an entertainer, with more lovers for thee, to be desired, admired, and for a lifetime to be acquired. But I missed the one person I forgot to kiss. The one person I forgot to show that my life with him was building in mid-flow. And now it has gone, we will never know how two old gay men, so in love, could ever grow.